Sup guys, this is my guide to play Deinosuchus in Evrima 2025. In this guide, I'll be talking about hunting locations and where to go after spawn. This is not a guide on controls, as I feel like Deino is easy to play. Wait in the water and hold right click on your mouse, drown the prey, and voila! As Deino, you're going to spawn in one of the following 4 spots. These are the primary spawns: Swamp, Water Access, North Lake, and finally East Swamp. 99% of the time you're going to spawn here. If you're nested in, you can spawn anywhere, but that's likely going to be Delta or somewhere in the ocean with a saltwater mutation. Be aware that this map I'm showing now is the current map in Evrima. However, in the Horde test with the T-Rex and Allosaurus update, the map is going to change. In a few seconds, I'll show you that change. Nothing really changes for Deinosuchus. All the spawns are the same. As you can see, the northwest side of the map's been taken out, but that really has no effect on Dinos. I mean, no one was really up in the northwest section anyways, hunting that area, as it was too far and you passed way better spots anyways. When you spawn, keep an eye out for any jerk full-grown crocs looking to just get a free meal off a new spawn. Unfortunately, it is a common occurrence that a full-grown croc is in these areas, so just be cautious as you're leaving these areas, and when you spawn in, there's a good chance there's another player here. Now get ready, because I'm going to bless your eyes with a few more circles. The yellow circles represent carnivore hotspots, and the white ones represent herbivore hotspots. Take a screenshot of this if you need, but this is where you're going to find other players. These are the hotspots on official and unofficial servers, so either way, it's going to be where you find other players. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. There's not enough circles on this map. Don't worry, I'm going to add a few more. In these hotspots, there is a few safe drinking spots. It's important to note this as a Deino, because you can't hunt these areas as you'll have to surface before getting another player. However, non-experienced players are not going to go to these spots, so it's not too big of an issue and you should still be able to find prey in these hotspots. With that being said, here's the 4 places I would recommend you go as a full-grown Deino. I would make the travel before you're full-grown. I'll talk a little more into this later in the video, but I'll circle those areas in red in a few seconds. Just be aware, due to my poor editing skills, they're not named, so from left to right, the names of each of these areas are West Rail, South Plains River, Highland Lake, and River Delta. If you plan on playing on official servers, I highly recommend you go to South Plains River or Highland Lake. Because there's only 100 players on these servers, you can't really go to the other 2 options. There's just not enough people. You need to go to the biggest hotspots on the map. Be prepared for a little bit of PvP as well. There is going to be another player here likely. So with all that being said, I'm going to give you my recommendations on where to go to find food from each of the 4 spawn locations. If you spawn at Swamp, I recommend going to River Delta or South Plains River. To get to River Delta, swim to River Delta. It's connected pretty much. You can just go there. To go to South Plains River, what you're going to need to do is get the saltwater mutation. You don't technically need it. I highly recommend it though. To get this, I recommend going to the spot I'm showing on the map. That way you don't have to go to Dam. At the Dam, there is a ton of other crocs. They will 100% spawn camp crocs getting this mutation. So once you get the saltwater mutation, if you're on officials, go to the circled area, you're going to find turtles. Right now, fish spawns are broken, so you'll need food before you go. Just go here. If you are on unofficials, you can go through Swamp, then make your way to the pond below South Plains River. Once you make your way to that pond, make sure you have full health, as you are going to lose some health due to dehydration on this walk, but you can go straight north to South Plains River. There is a cliff, so I recommend watching another video of a croc making this journey. Next up is Water Access. This is personally my favorite spawn as Deino. If you spawn here, the first thing you should do is go straight to Highland Lake. I recommend making this journey as a small croc. It's faster on land. You can make it. It's not that long. Just pick sustained hydration as your first mutation and you're fine. Once you're there, you'll have the opportunity to grow, and if you want, you can make a walk to South Plains River as well. There is going to be crocs in both of these locations, but South Plains River and Highland Lake are about the same size as water access, so there's no real reason to wait before making the journey, as there's going to be crocs in all 3 of these locations. Now, I said I'd do all 4 spawn locations, but in my personal opinion, the next 2 suck. North Lake and East Swamp. These 2 locations are my personal least favorite, North Lake especially, because the travel to river delta is not as nice as swamp or water access. North Lake has a ton of waterfalls, and East Swamp is just a run straight to river delta, where you're likely going to find other crocs, so it's a rougher time growing than if you're in swamp or water access. Speaking of other crocs, I'm going to show you where you're going to find other dinos that are hunting. So full-grown dinos have to be in certain locations just because there's limited food on the map, especially with bug fish spawns. They're going to be in one of these 3 spots on officials. They could be in West Rail if they're on unofficials, but there's only going to be 1. If you're solo or not full-grown, beware of these areas. There's a good chance there's going to be a team of crocs or other full-grown crocs that could hurt you or kill you. As a full-grown dino, the only thing that can touch you is 2 other crocs. Now, let's talk mutations. If you're on officials or a server that has not nerfed Gastro, pick it. It's Dino's best mutation. You regain health when you eat, and Dino cannot get sick from overeating. So, it's overpowered. When you fight other dinos, you can just eat that dino, and your health will regain much faster, which is a significant problem if you don't have it. Health takes a while to regain in this game, and with a big croc, it will take about 15 to 30 minutes for your health to go back to full. So this is the best if you can pick it. My next recommendation is efficient digestion. I can't say it, don't talk about it. But essentially, it slows your food drain. As a full-grown croc, food is one of your biggest issues, so unless you're a good player and you know you can get food, this is a very helpful mutation. If you plan on making the trip to Highland Lake or South Plains River, I recommend you get sustained hydration. The reason for this is you're going to be traveling on land and you will be taking damage due to dehydration, so this mutation will obviously help. Accelerated prey drive and the thing the doctor says to you when you go in for your local checkup are the next 2 mutations. These both help with damage, either or are good. Pick these if you have an extra slot. They help in PvP fights. That's all I have for you guys today. This was a quick guide, so if I forgot anything, let me know in the comments. This is my first real video, so if you did like it, give it a like. I want to provide more guides, so if this was interesting to anyone, let me know, and I'll make more guides for other playables. Thank you so much for your time, and hope you're having a great night!